Are you in search of a printing press that can handle all your printing needs? Or are you stressed with finding a printer that can deliver all your printing services on time? Then search no more. Your answer is Dream Design Incorporated. Dream Design Incorporated is a 100% Liberian owned printing press that can handle all your printing problems. Our services include high quality large format printing, oversized printing, digital printing, design and logos creation, and banners and posters printing. We also print brochures, flyers, postcards, face cap, t-shirts, and ID cards. At Dream Design, we pre-finance your work and have a special discount for our customers. We are located at the intersection of Lynch and Kere Streets. For more information, contact us on cell numbers 0776 549 122 or 0886 462 008. Or better still, email us via dreamdesignliberia@gmail.com. Dream Design is about time to change your printer for good.
This love they make me shamanya. I'm a little baby marama.
Are you looking for a place where to fix your keys if lost or damaged? Or are you thinking on how to duplicate your home, office, or car keys? Don't worry, because your worries are all over. AutoKey Liberia is the best solution to all of your problems. At AutoKey Liberia, we are specialized in all keys, programs, and professional in other keys and remotes of all types. We are located at Say on Time Bourgeois Island. Find us at Clever Mission Junction, EOW Community. For more information, you can call the following cell numbers: 0777 337 808 or 0886 530512. Do business with AutoKey Liberia and thank me later.
Welcome to Circus, where you can find great quality t-shirts, hoodies, and other merchandise inspired by culture and creativity. We offer a variety of unique designs you can rock for any occasion that will fit your style. Visit our website at circus.com, ser-kes.com, and subscribe for exclusive access to discounts, new arrivals, and many more. Thank you for choosing Circus.
Are you looking for a property to buy or rent? Are you a property owner and looking for a quick and suitable way to sell your properties? Are you looking for a house, an apartment, or land to buy in Liberia, West Africa? Look no further, because Superior Real Estate has all the solutions to your problems. They have beautiful acres of land and comfortable homes for you to buy now. Registered and incorporated, Superior Real Estate is bringing honest real estate transactions and a peace of mind to all their clients. Located in Pinzio, Superior Real Estate can be reached on 0880 111 or WhatsApp them on +231 775 874610. You will not be disappointed. Superior Real Estate. Real estate you can trust.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Costa Show. Today is June the 1st, 2021. The time in Monrovia is 7:30, and the time in Delaware is 3:30. And we're very glad to be here. Good morning to you, Walker.
Good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners home and abroad. It's good to be here. Ethan.
Mm-hmm. Very good to be here. Um, what's the news in town?
Well, it's just been all about Aaron Costa's graduation, blah blah blah. Like when people, once there's nothing to talk about new in town, we will drag on something up until we can get another news. But the president is due this weekend to Lofa. For the
I'm
last.
already in Lofa.
Okay.
I don't know how
Yeah.
that is, but I saw all the
Yeah.
CZ people making their way there.
Yeah, and then there was some little protest at the Lofa Bridge from citizens on the issue about Bernie Samuka. Since he got elected, he haven't been working, so they have to raise an eyebrow to let the president know that their kingsman is not yet in office. So they gather at the Po River. Yeah. They gather there to let the president know of that. So that just some of those are just some of the things that are trending now. Your graduation been all in the news, all over.
Yeah. Well, I want to say I want to thank all my people, all my supporters, my friends, well wishers. Um, I want to thank them for their love, for their support. It's incredible. I saw something I had never seen before. Thousands of posts on Facebook. I mean, just the ones that were tagging, were in the hundreds and hundreds of posts that I was tagged in. And the post I made officially announcing my graduation, it now has 15,000 reactions. I mean, likes, loves, 15,000 and counting. And it's got 13,000 comments and counting. 13,000 comments, Wagai, on a post. I know you've never seen that. That's a new record.
Sure. Yeah.
It's incredible. And I am deeply, deeply, deeply honored and humbled by all of that love and support. And I want to thank all the people who came out to the graduation party and the celebration we had. Initially, we had set out to have it in my backyard. We felt it was going to be a beautiful thing. Had the weather not become inclement, but unfortunately, it did become inclement. It wasn't conducive. So at the very 11th hour, we were extremely fortunate to have secured a hall, very spacious hall that has a seating capacity of hundreds of people. And we had well over 100 people in the hall. And it was beautiful. People came from all over the place to celebrate with us. And we want to thank God. And this is what God does. When God is with you, you are able to do wonderful, wonderful things. It's just God, and we are very humbled.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank everybody who helped us along this journey. I want to particularly thank Mr. Bernard Yuri. When I applied to Wilmington University in 2016, it was he who provided the affidavit of support, and for that to happen, and my supporters, all my people, and I just want to say how deeply grateful I am to every one of you. You are just incredible, incredible. And I had a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time with you. My only disappointment is that we have more liquor Then John Sobo was there, my dear good friend John Sobo. John, shout out to you. John said it was crowded than he expected. Well, John, it was, and I say that very humbly. Yeah, in America, people are busy. They're not Liberia, Boakai. No disrespect to our people in Liberia, but in Liberia, you throw a party, lots of people will come.
Mm-hmm.
In America, when people come, that means they really want to come. You must really mean something to them for them to come. You know, that's because people are working, Boakai. People are working. So for people to come out to celebrate with you, they must really want to be there. And Brother John Sobo was one of the people who came out. You know, I was very happy to see you. My only disappointment, as I was about to say before Brother John Sobo's comment caught my eye, is that the people didn't drink more than 30% of the drinks. The liquor we had. We had so much liquor, so much food. They didn't do much. And we had well over 100 people in the hall. In America, that's a big number to gather over 100 people on a Saturday. So I'm humbled. I am deeply, deeply honored and humbled. You know, when you see all those people, people come from all over the place to celebrate with you. Jimmy Morris Dukley and our dear brother, Ambassador Randall Akwe, you know, came all the way from Minnesota. They worked very, very hard. Very hard. Oh, Douglas is a hardworking guy. My dear sisters, Sister Howard West, Sister Musu Towa, Sister Winifred Johnson, her husband, Brother Stennis, my brother-in-law, Stennis Johnson, Sister Anna Hard. I mean, the list is long. All of them incredible people. My darling sister, Lindsay Brooks, came all the way from Texas. My sister, Miape Gono from Massachusetts. My brother, Helmut Peters from Minnesota. My good friend, National Coordinator of the COP Diaspora, Stephen Johnson, who left yesterday. Incredible. You know, Brother Jonah. Oh, Brother Jonah, incredible guy. Wonderful, hardworking people. Man, words are inadequate to express how deeply honored and grateful I am to all of you. Brother Ivan Jones, whose wife celebrated the very next day. We went there, and the folks stayed down to 5 a.m. in the morning. They didn't leave until 5 a.m. They still couldn't finish their drinks. Brother Jones had so many drinks, so much to drink and eat that they couldn't finish. They had an incredible time. I left by around 9:30. I was expecting I was going to be able to be with you on the show. Unfortunately, I couldn't be, but it was an incredible time at Brother Ivan Jones's house, who was celebrating his wife's birthday, Holly. It was a beautiful thing there too. We had a great time. There was a bonfire right next to the swimming pool. We had fun. It was just beautiful. Sister Amy Ryder, of course, she came all the way. Oh, you know Amy. Oh my God, Amy walked in the hall and there was something else. And Sister Celia Paul, you know, came all the way from Maryland. Just incredible. Big brother Thomas Antumana was also there, you know. He's the founding chair of the COP Maryland chapter, who, by the way, is doing an incredible job with the COP chapter there. So, I mean, the list is just long. Big brother Christopher Neo, Toba Yinswa, you know, Julius Flourish Berrien, former representative Julius Berrien, Jerolimic Pia, and it was incredible. Long list of people. And I just want to say thank you. And so the journey continues. On the 13th of September, I shall re-enroll, or I shall begin classes at Wilmington University. Of course, I've met all the requirements. To do graduate studies, you must have a minimum GPA. To get admitted into the graduate program, you must have a minimum GPA of 3.0. I'm way past that. I'm 3.18. And so I'm definitely qualified, and I'm going to complete the simple steps and to begin my studies there. So I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. It was incredible. all the thousands and thousands of people who posted, who called, who messed. I want to thank the Unity Party folks, the Unity Party um, Maryland chapter, Unity Party Pennsylvania chapter, Brother Wiki Jala, and the delegation. I want to thank my own dear senator, as I call her, Madam Edith Gonglo Ware, and her dear husband. They were there. I want to thank everyone. Incredible indeed it was, and I'm deeply honored. Mr. and Mr. Abbott Riches and his dear wife Nancy Riches on the 29th of May, Saturday, you celebrated 28 or 29 years of marriage. Mr. Abbott and Mrs. Nancy Riches, the both of you, celebrated 29 or 28 years of marriage. I met them a couple of weeks ago at a funeral I went to in on Staten Island. Incredible couple, great supporters. I want to say happy anniversary. Well, this might be a surprise to them. They probably think I forgot. I did not forget. I wrote it down. I want to say happy birthday as well to Mother Aquila Jeans. You celebrated your birthday on the 29th as well. Happy birthday to you, Mother Aquila Jeans. I want to say I wish you all the best. Mother Aquila Jeans has been one of those incredible people in our corner. She's always been very supportive. I want to say happy birthday to you, and I wish you many, many more years to come, Mother Aquila Jeans. Brother Nelson Blair, one of my strong militants, one of the strong soldiers. He is the Secretary General of the youth wing of the COP. Brother Nelson Blair, yesterday was your birthday. I wish you all the best. Brother Charles Kaiser, he is the head of the Dallas chapter of the COP. Brother Kaiser is an incredible, unwavering patriot. Brother Kaiser, I hope you had a good celebration. Brother Charles Kaiser there. Sister Kalon Zai. Sister Kalon Zai, I'm told you celebrate your birthday today. I've seen I followed your activities on social media. I see how much of a patriot you are. I want to say we appreciate you. We want to recognize you this morning and wish you happy birthday, Sister Kalon Zai. Sister Kalon Zai, she is with the Dallas chapter of the COP, and you're a big supporter of the COP, a member of the COP, a due paying member of that. Today's your birthday, and we want to celebrate you here, Sister Kalon Zai of Dallas, Texas, the United States of America. Well, folks, we're very glad to be here. It's an incredible day. We thank God, and we have silenced our detractors. We have achieved that degree. While it is a modest accomplishment, yet it makes us extremely proud of what we were able to accomplish. We sat in the classroom, we committed ourselves, we did the work, we toiled, we labored, and now we have been awarded our prize. So we look forward to higher heights. I want to also thank Mr. Alex Cummins, the political leader of the ANC. Mr. Cummins sent me a message congratulating me, and I was very pleased by Mr. Cummins' message of congratulation. And his message reads, HPC, a year today is a big day for you. Sincere congratulations. I wish you much and continued success. Regards, ABC. And I replied him, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Now, I receive hundreds of messages, and I'm grateful. Thank you all so much. God bless you all. God bless you all. Now, folks, let's move on to why you all love me so much, which is what we do. What we do is why you love. Sometimes I just sit there and say to myself, God Almighty, these people, with the way they love me, all this love and support, I mean, do I really deserve it? Is it possible that one man can deserve all this love and all this support? It's just incredible. Sometimes I just sit back and I watch the things you write about me on social media. How you go out all out defending us and supporting us. It just touches me so profoundly. It touches me so deeply. And I say to myself, these people, do I really deserve all this love, all this support? It is incredible, folks. It is incredible. You know, for many years since I became Henry Costa, the public figure, there were always those, even though I spent a lot of time self-educating, reading more than the average person would do, there were always the issue of people who would say, "Oh, Costa, you are not educated. You do not have a degree. And you're this and you're that." And I always felt I needed to silence those people, and I needed to acquire those credentials. Those credentials, and that's exactly what I decided to do. And I set out to do that. And I decided to actually sit in the classroom. I had the option of doing online, but I said I'm going to sit in the classroom and I'm going to do the work and I'm going to interact with my colleagues, and I did that. And I'm not being cocky, but I always knew that those many years of self-education, there is a word called autodidact. An autodidact is an individual who is self-taught, self-educated. And even though I always knew that I was an autodidact, but I needed to go and qualify and discipline and acquire credentials. Because you see, our society is one which places a tremendous premium on credentials. And so I felt I needed to do that. On one hand, to validate myself, and to also silence my critics. And I felt I needed to do that. And that is exactly what God has enabled me to do. Now, thank you so much. Now, folks, I want to say something to you. The government, folks, enough of Henrik Costa. I hate it that I always become the news, and radio stations in Liberia, you would think that they would have something important to talk about. Instead of that, they don't. Unfortunately, they make the issue of Henry Costa their news. That's unfortunate. Now, Borgai,
Yeah.
I'm sure you are aware that the government delegation is back, right? Now, the government delegation has returned. They issued a statement after they returned. Then they took the statement down. Borgai, did you come across the statement?
I heard about it before going to check on the militia information website. It was down.
They took it down. Good. Good. They issued a statement and then they took the statement down. Yeah, that's what it is. And I'll tell you why they took the statement down. They wrote a long statement, glowing, a pure work of propaganda. And then they went ahead and they took the statement down. That's what the government folks did. Now, they dropped names. They said who all they met.
Yeah.
And they didn't go into they talk about the generalities of the things that were discussed. But we have the statement.
Mm-hmm.
They published a statement, and then they went ahead and they took the statement down. Published a statement and then took the statement down. Now, why did they do that? We will tell you. The reason is simple.
Mm.
The people they met. That's a good question. That's a big why. Big Sister Aliyah Kamara Delane. We will tell you. Even though this weekend was a busy one for us, we were graduating and we were partying hard, but we were following the issues, speaking to our sources and comparing notes.
Mm.
The statement they wrote, I have it here. I will read. They talk about who all they met and this and that. But all of the people they met them in unofficial capacities. For example, they managed to secure a meeting with Linda Greenfield. Linda Greenfield is the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. When they met Linda Greenfield, she didn't meet them at her office. She met them at her house for 15 minutes. They begged. They hired a lobbyist. They hired a lobbyist to secure that meeting with Linda Greenfield. Linda Greenfield told them two key things, I'm told, according to my CDC sources. Their own people called me and told me. Linda Greenfield told them, hey guys, you are in trouble. Sanctions are coming your way. Can you imagine? They went to meet Linda Greenfield, and guess what? You can see exactly in their statement, Jeremiah Ray Parker, they indicated the things that the Americans had told them in their meetings. And they say, oh, when we go by Liberia, we will re-engage with civil society, we will expand engagement, there will be more freedoms for people. Are you listening to that? Now, did they have to come to America for them to go back to Liberia and start promising that they will engage with civil society more, they will respect freedoms, more freedom of speech? Those are the things they wrote in their statement. You know why they wrote things in their statement, Bwaga? Guess why? Because those are the things that the Americans stressed. They say in a meeting with them at Linda Greenfield's house, they said she told them, Miguel, we have information that you and Sam Sire were the ones who went ahead to take Costa radio station, Henry Costa station down. As for you, Koji, 3 individuals went to the embassy and testified against you in a Justina Taylor case. Sanctions are coming. You go to meet someone like Linda Greenfield. You meet her at her house instead of her office. You pay a lobbyist $85,000 to secure a 15-minute meeting with Linda Greenfield. And then instead of telling you glowing things about how great a job you guys are doing, which is not the case, Linda Greenfield tells you that, Miguel, sanctions are coming. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Imagine that.
Yeah.
And then she tells them, we've got information on you guys. Sanctions are coming. They said the guys were scared. That's why they wrote this statement. Oh, we will make changes. We will re-engage with civil. Let me go read the thing. Boy, I say They wrote a statement, they took the statement down. Now, have I said why they took the statement down?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the guys went to meet Leonard Greenfield. Instead of them being happy after the meeting, they were sad. The minute turned sad. So that's just another one there. And the minute they were careful in writing you.
My man, the man wrote a statement. I come to read a part that's interesting to me. The delegation held substantive meetings with several members of the United States House of Representatives and blah, blah, blah. Hold on, let's go down. The delegation also met with that's not even the part I want to go to. Discussions. You remember I told you all that the primary reason why they came was to do the anti-money laundering thing. It's all in a statement.
Yeah, I saw it.
Let me read for you. I told you the primary reason why they came was to meet with the Treasury Department folks to discuss money laundering, anti-money laundering, terrorist financing, and all that kind of stuff. Let me go to that part and read that part and read the part where they talked about that. Good. This was a part of the thing here. Discussions with congressional leaders and U.S. government officials covered a wide range of subjects, which can be narrowed into 4 broad areas. Listen, this is the statement that they took down. Liberia's recovery from the macroeconomic shocks of 2018 and from the subsequent COVID-19 pandemic, and the government's evidentiary commitment to improving governance. Evidentiary. These Sanama swines talking about they got evidence that they are fighting corruption. The government's evidentiary commitment to improving governance, fighting corruption, and preventing money laundering, terrorist financing, and illicit financial flows. And you see what they put in their own statement. I told you all the primary reason for their coming was to meet with the people at FinCEN, the U.S. Department of the Treasury, over this particular issue. Let me read further. Liberia's investment opportunities and possibilities. The ambition to anchor Liberia's U.S. relations on American investment on grounding Liberian tourism on the deep umbilical cords or umbilical ties between Liberia and the United States, and the government's commitment to reforming the business climate, highlighted by the pending judicial conference on the investment climate and the planned investment forum in Washington, D.C., blah, blah, all that kind of nonsense. The state of Liberian democracy and the government's evidentiary commitment. Why they keep talking about evidentiary commitments? I mean, what the hell? Where is the evidence there that you are committed to anything? The government, let me read. Upholding the tenets of democratic governance through the holding of free and fair elections, the guaranteeing of basic freedoms to assemble, to protest.
Look at that.
You got a minute?
Yeah.
They told the American told them, you don't let people protest. COP came out to protest. Y'all were there doing nonsense. Y'all attacked the people. So them here talking about it. How they express the commitment to upholding the tenets of democratic governance through the holding of free and fair elections, the guaranteeing of basic freedoms to assemble, protest, or criticize, and upholding the fundamental human rights of all Liberians.
Look at that. Criticize?
Yeah. They say they told the Americans, we will uphold freedom of speech, democratic governance, and free and fair elections. We will respect people's rights to assemble and protest. You hear that?
Yeah.
You know why?
People to criticize also.
You know why they brought that up? Because the Americans specifically told them that you guys have been acting very stupid. You have not been allowing the people to express themselves. You have not been allowing the people to protest. Specifically, they mentioned the COP. So now you hear them in their statement talking about the government expressed their commitment to democratic freedoms and the right to assemble, to protest. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So we are telling the Americans that, oh, we commit ourselves, we allow people to protest, we allow people to criticize us freely. You claim you allow people to criticize you freely before when we appear on radio stations or we hire radio stations to relay our program, you threaten them. So the Americans were telling them things. You went after the COP, you attacked them, you shut down Henry Costa's radio station, and this and that. And sanctions are coming. Then now they're telling the Americans, oh, we want to commit ourselves. When we go back Liberia, we will re-engage with civil society. We will work to expand freedoms, to uphold freedoms in their own statement. Why do you think they will write these things in their own statement? If they were doing these things, would they have to write it in their statement and say, we commit ourselves to a whole...
No.
When you go meet somebody else, you say, my man, I want you to help me. Then the man say, oh, my man. Then he say, I went to go meet Henry Costa. I asked for some support. And I told him that I commit myself to take care of my wife to the hall. I will take care of my children. I will make sure I'll buy food for my children to eat on time. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you go and start committing to another man after meeting another man that, I commit myself to feed my children on time, to make sure my children go to school, to make sure my wife is okay? Is that something you need to say? No. Do you need to commit yourself to doing the things that you have a duty to do, boy guy?
Nope.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. But the reason you're committing is because the person you went to meet to beg demanded you to commit. So they told the people, say, when we come back, 6 months, we will improve. The American people said, before anything happens in Liberia, we want to see what you guys will do. Now they come back now, they say, free speech. Oh, but if let's say the country is they have a democratic government, why are they promising the Americans that they will provide? They're not all. They went further, Bokai. They went further. Listen, my man. They also went further. The delegation also expressed the government commitment to taking other action to improve the investment and business climate. You hear that? Why were they telling the Americans, we beg y'all, we will improve the investment climate in the country? McGill will stop taking money from investors. They will stop demanding kickbacks. They will start extorting money from business people. Why would they say that in the statement? These are things the government is supposed to do. The government is supposed to do these things. So my point is, why should the government be promising the Americans to improve the business climate? Why? Why would you be telling the Americans we will improve the business climate? We will make sure business people who come to the country to do business will be treated fairly. Why? Okay, my people, please tell me, why did they have to tell the Americans they will improve the business climate? If they believe that they are doing the right thing or they've always been doing the right thing, why are they saying they will improve it? Why did they tell the Americans they will improve it? Oh my God. Listen, then they go further. The delegation also assured the U.S. leaders of the government's commitment to sustaining democratic freedoms. Oh, now you got to be assuring the Americans again. My brother John Sabo, if you have been doing good for your wife and your children, why would you be telling John Brown that you are committed? I can assure you, my brother, John Sabo, I'm committed to ensuring that my children are fed on time, that my wife is happy, that I pay the bills. John, why would you be doing that? If you are already doing those things at home, why would you be raising it? Because that person raised those things with you. Because the Americans know very well that they have not been doing these things. So they raise these things with them. So now the government, all of a sudden, now they're committing. You saw an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. And within the Constitution, these rights are enshrined. The right to free assembly. My people, you delegates that can meet American talk about protest. My people, why you think the government saying in a statement, We told the American people we will allow people to protest. Next time the COP people want to protest, we will not send police there to tear gas them and to water cannon them. We will also not eat their sausage. We will not steal their rice and take their part there, and we will not put people in jail. Why were they saying those things? My people, you open your ears. I know my people are very wise. Why do you think the delegation was basically all the people that managed to meet, they were basically defending their record. Imagine you can't meet people and all day you defending your own record. Oh, my people, we're sorry. The last time we attacked COP people when they protested, we're sorry. We attacked Henry. We shot Henry Costa radio station down. We're sorry. We went after Jacinta Taylor. We are sorry. We are chasing opposition people. We're doing it. We are sorry. Can you imagine? The whole delegation just gave me commitment. My people, read their statement. So commitment. We are sorry. We will not eat COP sausage again. We are sorry. We will not steal their rice again. We are sorry. We will not chase Henry Costa for lesser passage again. We are sorry. We committing. We are committing. We are committing. What kind of delegation we can meet people all day? They just say we commit. We commit ourselves to improve business climate. We commit ourselves to get freedom of speech. We commit ourselves to in their own statement. Yeah, their statement right here. Their own statement.
3.5 years.
So you've been in power for all these years, 3 years. You come to America. You manage to meet a few people unofficially, not in their offices, but in their homes or in your embassy. Then all day you just say, we commit, we commit, we commit, we commit, we commit. You know when somebody can say they commit? What guy?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody can say they commit after they are demanded to commit. After their wrongdoings are brought before them.
Yeah.
What guy, why did you do that? Oh, I'm sorry. I commit to improve. What guy, why did you do that? Oh, I'm sorry. I commit to improve.
They will not happen again.
They will not happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Their own statement. I didn't write the statement. Oh, they wrote it. They published it on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. They took it down.
Yesterday, no, they put it by yesterday, 11. By 11.
They put a statement back up?
Yeah. They put it by yesterday, by 11 p.m.
I don't know why they took it down and put it back up.
Yeah.
But we got to compare what that is seen statement. Take the other one down and send it to me. Let me compare. Huh? Copy it and drop it in my inbox. I want to compare. So the government are committing. We commit. People will protest freely. We commit. A radio station that will operate. We commit to allow people to criticize us. Now all you will do, you just committing. Okay, let's go take calls. But do you think the Americans believe them? They're in a statement. They're closing the statement again. They go back with their commitment again. But you just committing. The last paragraph in the statement. The delegation is returning to Liberia to work with the government to reinforce ongoing actions on governance, the fight against corruption. My boy, there's Sanama Swan, dirty dog there. I will call him that. I will call him that. Yeah, they're talking about, and the delegation is returning to Liberia to work with the government to reinforce ongoing actions. Reinforce what? Ongoing what? To reinforce ongoing actions on governance, the fight against corruption, investment and business climate, the continual protection of fundamental rights and human rights, the enlargement of democratic and civic space for civil society actors. Look at this son of my swan there. In the very last paragraph, they're writing, I will go my library. I will see you on go by the library. We'll make sure we'll continue to fight the war against corruption. We'll make sure we'll improve the business climate. We'll make sure people will be able to speak freely. We'll make sure people will be able to protest. My man. Oh,
yeah, I'm sending
it. I cried. I want to release the one.
Yeah, I'm sending it. Other one, also the one. Okay, I just sent it to you.
Okay. I wanted one from the US, man. I don't want us.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Okay, good. Okay. So I don't know whether that is seen statement. Let me look at the very last paragraph and compare and see. Yeah, that is in statement. Well, they may have made some change. I will need to read the entire thing to compare. Yeah. But let's go to the phone lines and take some calls. So, my question to you all, folks, is why is our government superfluously recommitting or committing? Oh, we commit. Why are they committing? We commit to allow people to speak freely. We commit to allow people to protest. We commit to allow people to do their own. Why are they committing? They are committing because the Americans told them that you are violating people's rights. You are damn corrupt. Why are they saying we commit to fight corruption? We commit to improve the governance. We commit to have free and fair election. Why? Let's go to the phone lines, okay? Let's go to the phone lines. Why is our government committing and committing and committing?
Good morning.
Good morning, Noah. Welcome.
Yeah. Good morning, my leader. Good morning, my hero. Good morning, my senator in waiting 2023 and our future president in waiting very soon in a nearby future. No argument to that. I want to say happy belated graduation. This is an honor that is bestowed upon all of us, and I can assure you I've celebrated in grand style with you that day and with the people. In fact, that day I was at the corner of Ronald and Ball Street where we have some of our opposition, and I was there teasing them that day, and we're there carrying on some heavy intellectual exchanges where they were seriously defeated as your celebration were ongoing, and I was there teasing them at the same time because they don't like to hear about you. So I went purposely to do that. Now, let me say this. Costa, why you are talking about, why you are outlining reasons why they have to make commitment and they're promising that when they come back, they will improve on the fight against corruption. Let me let you know that this breaking news just coming that Nathaniel Mangiwa then summoned to the death court this morning for owing $16,000 US for stationery. The Ministry of State took $16,000 worth of stationery goods from one stationery store, and they can't pay the man money. And the man had summoned him to come in. The man had taken him to court. The court had summoned him this morning. We don't know whether he will appear alongside the current Defense Minister Daniel Bianca. They owe $26,000 US worth of stationery equipment as well. That is the Ministry of Defense component.
Can you imagine that, Brother Noah Gibson?
Come again?
I said that is a disgrace.
Yes. So you will get it. You will get it details that way. Right now, that got it turned upside down now. So I mean, they're not ready. Everything is saying they are not ready. And I can assure you, Costa, this is where if I can get your support right now, and I know I will get your support, and the thousands of COP supporters, then they say they're coming in free protest. We coming protest now for our radio station to reopen. Let them reopen our radio station, then we know they mean well, or else we will turn it upside down. That's my position this morning.
Yeah.
But Noah, don't go. Noah.
He left already.
But hold on, Bwaga. But Noah is right. The government just said they told the Americans they will allow people to protest, they will allow people to criticize, they will allow people to do this. That's what they told the Americans.
Yeah.
And they committed. We commit to allow people to protest. We commit to allow people to criticize. We commit. That's what they keep saying. That's what they keep saying in their own statement. Let's take some
what I'm trying to make, the point I was trying to make here is that out of what they wrote, so there wasn't a response from the Americans that they met, because there's nothing here that's saying that, oh, the American people also committed or they also reassured.
Baga, you damn smart. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So only in a statement, only the government committing.
Yes.
The American are committing nothing. Fusa. You know why the American are committing Fusa? Because the American told them, say, y'all go back. And you're committing. Y'all go live out to your commitment. So you see, you see, Brother John Sabo, you see the point Bwaga just made?
Yeah.
They're committing, but the American not commit. So you go tell the guy, say, I let a Bennett Byway. I let a Bennett Byway. When you love to me, I will do the one for you. I commit to be good. I commit to be there. I commit to buy you car. But again, I say I commit to love to you.
Yes. So,
Like say you committing to what all you do for her when she love to you, but she not say I commit. So what they make the American not commit, but only the government Liberia committee. The bar, that's a good point you raise.
yeah.
In the own statement they wrote, there is nowhere where the Americans said we commit to get your more support. We commit to do the only our government say they are committing. Let's take some more calls.
Let's take some.
Yeah. Fusa. Fusa. Fusa.
Okay. Keep your calls coming.
They are called the commitment for democratic change. They're not Congress that they commitment. The government, the CDC need not Congress for democratic change no more. From now on, call them the commitment for democratic change. So commitment. The government so commitment. Oh my God. What?
So the phone lines are open on 0770-102-102-86, 0103-8355-102-102. The WhatsApp number is
the commitment for democratic change, my people. So commitment. So right now, when you want protest, the best time to protest.
Yeah.
The best time to protest in Liberia is right now.
Costa, they edited the day of total editing of this thing about 3 times. The previous one they posted, they posted they say what the government going to say. They say, oh, the American government said that they wrote down of things about the American government. So they went back, they took it down.
But you know what they did? When they posted that thing, the American government, they posted and said, oh, yeah, me or in private, who will tell you not the public nothing. Y'all go say all kind of things that had it when they took it down because the Americans were not happy. But I didn't know exactly what part of it the Americans were not happy about.
Yes.
Now I have to read the both statements side by side. I will print the both statements out and read them side by side and see what the statements the both copies was saying. But I'm sure they took it down. So my people, the government, their name is the Commitment for Democratic Change. And then the Congress. So commitment. Now, you want to protest? Now is the time to protest. Because the government say they commit to allow people to protest. You want to criticize? The government say, now is the time to criticize because they commit to allow you to criticize. Can you imagine that, boy guy? Let's take some more calls there.
All right.
Commitment for Democratic Change. That their new name.
Let's take somebody on this line. Good morning. Yeah.
Morning, Baga. Good morning, and good morning to my leader, Henry Pedro Costa. This is Dominic Musa calling from no location. How are you all this morning?
Welcome, Dominic.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. My leader just mentioned something, about the January 6th protest that our soldiers and our rights was eating, and I think that's the greatest crime against humanity ever that the government of Liberia committed against a citizen. Because that particular food we were depending on it to eat us and get back to them. But unfortunately for us, the people attacked us, they took our sausage. Imagine for me, I was in one of those corners monitoring them, and I heard what the police they saying, we pay that on a patio through a residence so we can carry to him. All of that here was food out there. So that, I think that's the reason why George Weah is not going to succeed. Thank you this morning.
Jeff, your sausage Benio.
Let's take some more calls there. The Commitment for Democratic Change, that a new name. Don't call them CDC or the Commitment for Democratic Change. The government just commit. Oh, we'll commit. What kind of government they so? Whole thing you committing. Let's take more calls there. So right now you want protest at the right time to protest.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Costa. Good morning, Baka Kamara. Love Costa, Henry Costa. Congratulations. Long live you. Millions a year, not 1,000 years, millions a year. My God, my Allah prefer. Because if somebody like a Costa, 3 in Liberia will be safe. My Allah be with Costa. My Allah be with your education. Education is key, but Allah gave you the benefit.
Mm.
But Allah favor you to Liberia citizen in the society of Liberia.
Amina,
Amina.
inshallah.
Allah be with you. Thank you. Commitment, commitment citizen. Commitment citizen. And because of my day are finished in my life. The looter was full. Can you imagine? Somebody go demonstrate, he hungry, he rather be intimidated, he rather be violent, they are living poverty life, to expect a good to their father. Then you go look at their lay food that they eat, they will pay for that food. We know, some of us know, they will not see anything for water. We tell some of them, some all told them in our community, yes, you now vote for these people. They said, we the all brain, the brain rotting. Yeah, we now, as I think it is working mail at me, I say now I'm there. But you know, I get protect one cold red for them to go to school. I was working for 150, 200, 300. People are working. Today, the brown become offering care. Lay, but our beloved weapon laying by all, and they all the so from all. Because I'm a God be with you, but Allah be with you. But Allah may educate people.
Amina,
But
inshallah.
Allah gave you millions a year.
Amina.
Thank you people for no demon. But Allah help you, but Allah great you up. Thank you,
Amen.
congratulations. Including I and my family, my
Okay.
wife and my children, my 8 children, including myself. Congratulations to you. Thank you.
I mean, thank you, Pakomo. So the government committed. The American not commit one time.
Mm.
What kind of thing that's all? Walai. All day they're committing. So now they wrote their own statement, they lie inside.
Mm.
The American raised the issue with them. They took it down. They put new one up. Let's take more calls there, Baka. This is interesting. We want our sources back.
And Costa, another point is that if this could send a message to President Weah, then he should know by now that his delegation I went to Washington, there was nothing fruitful from them. And they shouldn't come and lie to him again. They say, oh, Mr. President, this is what we did there. This is what, because it is glaring. It's totally glaring. But I don't know what he will be going for. Will he be going for what they are coming with? Or he'll be thinking that, oh, what they went for, it was not successful. Because if they come now and start lying to him that we did this, we did that, we did this, we did that, and knowing fully well that what they went for was not successful, that's another thing. I don't know which one the president will go for. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, your name are you calling from?
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. Your name are you calling from?
This is Jonas. Good morning, Pedro.
Morning, William.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's the only thing I really don't on the whole statement is 3. The number 3, quote on the whole statement. The state of Liberia, the state of Liberian democratic and the government, everything committed to uphold the state of democratic freedom and protest in the Liberia. Thank God. We are already know. Thank God they already said it themselves. So we have the right to protest anytime. Nobody going to stop us. What they going to put out anytime. And thank God the only thing that said that God will expose them. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, listen to this thing. The government talking about committing to a whole protest. But imported our democratic right?
Yes.
Why do the Americans have to tell them to allow COP and Liberians to protest before they say they commit? Talking. Let's take some more calls there.
All right. Let's take Martina Konate, Costa Princess. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Baka. Good morning to my own self, Daddy, this morning. I want to say thank you to the Almighty God for my daddy achievement. And I want to say thank you to leader for making us proud. All the propagandists on Facebook are writing all kind of trash and all red. Let them go tell we are to defend his master he get. At least I won't get BSC, but he get it the right way. He not go buy it. He not go sit down, you are not drinking and he buy it online. At least he work hard, he earn it, and he deserve it. So I want to say congratulations to you, leader, and I want to say thanks to all your supporters that contributed financially, morally towards this success. And back to the fair government. They will always make big and empty promises because that's their era. From the day they came to power, they've been getting all empty promises from day one. So today, all our promises they gave you to the American government, soon we get on the street, they will come after us because these people know that the government comes 2023. They know that they're going, so they will do all kinds of things because they want the people attention and they want to steal from us. Their commitment they make it, they're not making it from their heart. They want to steal from us. They want the Americans to trust them again to send huge money here so they will eat it.
Okay.
The people know they're going to the they will not bring no change. Nothing going to change. Trust me today, leader. If we talk about protesting, these buggers going to send police to tear gas us, to even shoot live bullet. They will do it because they know they're going
over the Americans, Martina.
All right. Thank you so much, Martina, for
Listen to
calling.
me. Listen to me, folks. Now is the time to get on the streets to protest. I'm coming to Liberia in December. If these buggers don't make any real efforts about the war crimes court, we will protest in December when I come to Liberia. They have committed to the Americans. We've committed. We want people to protest. We commit to allow people to speak freely. We commit to do that. We commit to do that. So we will test their commitment. Okay. We shall test their commitment.
Yeah.
I'm coming in December. I'm coming with a whole delegation of COP people from all over the United States of America. We will be in Liberia in December. When we come to Liberia, we will test the government's commitment to the Americans. You say you commit to allow people to protest. We will bring sausage again. We will see whether you will eat our sausage. We're coming. Commit. Nonsense people. Let's take more calls there. We are coming.
Yeah. That's just testing the water. Let's take this
Now what
person.
we're going to do, Baga, we will test their commitment. We need
Good
to
morning.
protest now.
Good morning.
Good morning, Waka.
Yeah. Your name, you calling
Good
from?
morning. Good morning. My name is Jonah Coleman. I'm calling this morning from my residency here in Milan, Italy, close to AC Milan Stadium.
Welcome.
Henry Costa, good morning.
Morning, my brother.
I just want to congratulate you on a brilliant master achievement for obtaining your bachelor's of science in government in public policy. I believe it is more to achieve, and keep up the good work for Liberian people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother there from Milan, in
We
Italy.
will test their commitment. The commitment they've made, we will test. Those.
All right. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, are you calling from?
My name is Ibrahim Sano and I call from Jacobs now.
Welcome, Mr. Sano.
Yeah, congratulations for your achievement. Whether we are committed not to take gas you for again anymore when you are protesting. Whether we are strangulated, so whether we want for American, they are going to pay for everything they did to us in this country. Trust me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Brother.
Weather. Thank you, my brother. We are going to bring sausage again. We will bring rice. Weather.
Good morning.
We will test the commitment.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name, are you calling from?
Boy, you know the point I say in trouble? By the commitment they not make? Ah, yeah.
Ouagadougou.
Yes.
Welcome, my brother.
Thank you very much. Firstly, let me say thank you to Henry Costa for getting his degree.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a milestone achievement. We applaud him for that. Secondly, on the issue of the commitment for democracy change, I would like to call on Patrick Honor now. This is the time for him to also put pressure for him to get his license
for his radio station, since the government is saying that they are committed to freedom of speech, the rule of law, and all other necessary things they are putting there. So we need to test the water now. Let him get a radio station, and when Mr. Costa comes down, we are going to also push for Root FM to get a license again and get online.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much from
And
Owaka.
they commit to people criticizing the government. They still have my radio station equipment. They have refused to give my station equipment back. That was one of the things Linda Thomas Greenfield raised with them. She told McGill, you led the whole operation to shut down Henry Costa's radio station. And we are not happy about that, and sanctions are coming. Then they start committing. Give my radio station equipment back. I know you're not going to return my radio station the frequency, but give my equipment. I mean, why are you holding my equipment? December, when I come, we are calling a protest. Their protest will be exclusively about the establishment of the War Crimes Code. December 2021, we are protesting in December. I will talk to my COP people. We will announce the date and we'll start mobilization. We will protest for War Crimes Code. And Alan White told us, when the Liberian Post stand up, they will stand up with us. I'm not going to protest while I'm in America. I'm coming. I have to be on the ground to lead my people into action. We will stay on the streets until we get answer. George Weah will send a letter to the UN to call for the War Crimes Code. That's what we were doing in Liberia. The same way the former Sierra Leonean president Ahmed Tijan Kaba did is what we're going to expect of George Weah. I'm not going to call any protest while you have refused to register the COP. The COP, they have refused to register us, Bagay. These Salama swines. And you telling the Americans, you commit, register the COP now. In fact, I am sending my folks to the place there. I'm going to call them right now. Go to the business registry and tell them you going to ask when they're going to register the COP. I'm going to call my people right now. They're going to go there. And you're committing to allow people to exercise their rights and blah, 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 blah. We are going to the business registry. And when you refuse, we will write the American ambassador and tell him that you have refused. I'm going to call my people now. And if they don't do it, they will be in serious trouble with me.
All right. So let's take some more calls on the line here this morning. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Your name, where you calling from?
This is Augustine Pajibo calling from the borough of Nuguta.
Welcome, Mr. Pajibo.
Yeah, leader, I just want to test the water. We know that because when you come December, we will protest. But I want you to give me the word so that I can put 250 men on the street so we can test the water. Then when December you come, and then I want to do the replay. Because these people here, they are a bunch of liars and criminals who won't test the water. No,
Listen, we're going to send you to the business registry to get our paper. That's what we're going to do.
Thank you, leader. Just get a word. We're standing by. Anytime you issue order, we'll commit to that order.
Yes.
Thank you, leader.
Thank you. We're going to go to business registry. And they say they're committing to improving and blah, 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 blah. We're going to go to the business registry to get our documents. That's what we want. We're going to go to the business registry. We want 200 men to go there with our people to get our documents. That's what we are going to do. I'm calling my people right now. Well, I got to take some calls there.
All right. The phone lines are still open. Let's take this person here. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Pedro.
Nolai.
Good morning, Boga Camara.
Nolai.
Yes,
good morning. Welcome, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, my brother. Pedro, let me take this time and let me seize all moment to extend my congratulatory something to you because you took a massive step, and I hope you won't stop here and you continue to achieve whole lot of degrees. Continue. I'm so proud of you. Thank you all so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Nolai. Let's take another person from this line here quickly. All right. That person hang up the call, but the phone lines are still open. We're taking more calls on 0770-102-102-886, 010383. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, Pedro, this is what I'm giving back. Let me tell you something, leader. I don't even want you to hold our mindset that we can get our radio station back. We can get it back. For me, I'm a key interest. I want our radio station to come back on the air. Other radio stations, let me tell you, you know how many new frequencies they gave up? They just gave up a new frequency to Sekou Sherry that can be imitating you, like imitating you on Freedom FM, recorded voice of Liberia. And Samuel Wosi are just opening another radio station they call Fresh FM. FM 94.7, the Chicken Valley Junction, recorded the Popo Media Initiative. So why should they hold our equipment? We can come back on the air. We will come back on the air. We can consistent protest, and let me give you the advice. Next time when we protesting, we're not going for any capital building ground. We will protest even at the U.S. Embassy. We will sustain the protest even at the U.S. Embassy. I think they will be well protected. Let them come there and tear gas off so the camera can pick them up. So I think for me, I'm interested in getting our radio station back on the air. We must insist. Who are these fools here to tell me that we must be silent there all along? We want our radio station back. And the problem will start before you come. I can assure you that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noah. I will take the youth chair of the COP, Mohamed Kone. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Bokai, and good morning to Leader Aaron Pedro Costa. My name is Mohamed S. Kone, and I call from Johnsonville. Firstly, let me congratulate our leader for a achievement, even though some beheaded seditionists tried to make mockery out of it, but we didn't get them credit. We keep moving. While they vomiting garbage, leader continue to advance himself. Congratulations, leader. The issue raised by Noah are supported 1,000%. We need our station back. Enough is enough. We can't be sitting and we think that thing will work for us because these people are beasts. The only thing they can hear is protest. The only that Chatilo could hear that could take Taylor from here, that AK-47 that took Taylor from here. And the only thing that can make the government to submit that protest. So the fact is, we must do everything, whether they commit, they not commit. The fact is, we should mark into history to demand them, because what they did, look at Patrick Honor. They took the man money from him, they refused to issue the man lesson to operate. He told over 2,000 for the man. When you go, you get Baple there, radio station, the 15 representative get radio station. They not create another Freedom FM again. So you don't do that. The fact that we would have submit ourselves to selective justice. And now we're getting prepared to go to the Liberia Benin radio show to because till 2019, we'll be behind them for them to get our paper. They refuse. So leader, we're getting prepared. We are prepared. Men are prepared. We're going there, let them get our document. Where we're not bringing war. We're going there to demand it, but of course, it's our right. It's our fundamental right to get it. Here, when they go to American embassy, the American government, they commit themselves to all these promises. They are here to it. So win there. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And you know the thing about the business registry, guy? They got our money. We paid them the money, $200+ US.
Mm-hmm.
They asked us to make some adjustments to the document. We made those specific modifications to the business registration documents for the COP, yet they refuse to give our papers. So our people, I just got off the phone with some of my people, my VCO, Vice Chair for Operations, the youth chair, Mohamed Kone. You need to call a general muster of the youth wing. We will announce a date. We are going to the business registry, not to protest, but we are going there. We want about 500 COP people for our documents. The government just committed to the Americans, they will do this, they will do that, they will do this. Now we got to go and test their commitment. The commitment they made. We're going to test it. Brother John Sabo, that's what we're going to do. We have to test their commitment. That is what we are going to do. You committed that you allow people to do that. We're sending 500 men for our documents. 500 people going to men and women 500 people. That's the number I want. 500 people. The government giving commitment. But this is what we're going to do. This week, before the week ends, we're going to business registry. I will announce a date. We'll mobilize our people. We're going for our business registration document as a COP. We paid them our money. Over $200 we paid the money. They gave us receipt. We went to the place there, the ministry, the LRA, we paid the money. They gave our papers. We're going. 500 people. We're not carrying 200 people. 500 people. That's what I want. And I know I can get 500 people. 500 people going for one document. 500 people. Let's take some more calls there, boy. Y'all think we're playing fun here. Sanama Swan, your committee will commit. We will test their commitment. We will test this commitment y'all made to the Americans. And y'all say y'all commit to allow people to protest. Y'all commit to allow people to speak freely. Y'all commit to allow. We're testing the commitment. Let's take
this person here quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Boca. Good morning to our hero, Don Pedro Costa.
Welcome.
I want to say big congratulations to our hero. Boca, my issue is that the government being committee, but they never tell that they committed to release Prince Johnson to these people. So we want to know whether Prince Johnson will committed is part of the team because the people, they now pour everything on.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. Let's take Momo the Critical Johnson on this other line. Momo, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Kamal, and good morning to my leader. And let me say congratulations to you. May the Almighty Allah continue to bless you with more wisdom, be courageous, be strong, so that we can have our master's degree. Quickly, this is a winning code, leader. Let me say this to you. We need our radio station. We need our radio station. Look, let me say this. You have all of Bapleta in the town here. They got a radio station. They say they were even interviewing the president of the Republic of Liberia. They don't even know which question to ask the president of the Republic of Liberia. You got a Bapleta all around here, running around. They say they are talk show hosts. Our co-host of the Republic of Liberia, right, were able to interview Mr. Adam White. All right, and the co-host. No, I can compare the co-host to all of the talk show in the Republic of Liberia. The co-host, pick all of them down. No, let me say this. I'm not saying I'm reform, but I want to be very, very clear, leader. Let me say this and say this very clear. The COP, we are going for our document. You talk about 500 person. Why you talk 500? We carry 1,000. We carry 1,000. You know my mobilization strength. We carry 1,000 in a very peaceful manner. But any attempt to Mayu, then the American will have all the blame.
Thank you.
What's going on?
Thank you so much, Momo the Critical Johnson. That will take another person from the diaspora. Good morning. Welcome. Where are you calling us from? Oh, we messed up on that quarter. 0770-102-102. 86-010-383. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, where are you calling from?
My name is George Gadi, calling from Carwell.
Welcome, Mr. Gadi.
Welcome. I want to talk with the senior brother here, Petro Costa. Don't worry. We are ready to protest. We are ready to cause damage for our document. We're ready. When they go in America and lie and tell a lot of cash, we are ready for them. We are going to be on their back until 2023. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bagai, we have our guest. Even though he came on a little late because he was going to come on at 8:25, but it's okay. We have Pastor David Fatoma. He is one of the victims of the war, surviving victims of the war. And he is here this morning to speak to us about his experience during the war. Pastor Fatoma, I want to say good morning and welcome to the Costa Show.
Thank you so much, Henry Costa. I am delighted and grateful to be on your show today. I hope you're getting me right because I'm not sure if my microphone is okay.
Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you, bro. All right, thank you, bro. Yeah, but thank you so much and congratulations on your graduation. We celebrate you. We are proud of your achievement. You know what? I listened to you last time. You said people say, "Why did Costa delay?" And one thing you said, "My story is not your story, and my grace is not your grace." You know, and when you said that, I said yes. You know, I mean, we all have different stories. We have different graces. And for such a season and such a time, you have graduated. We are grateful and we celebrate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. I am very honored. I'm sorry we had to delay this appearance of yours several times, postpone it several times. But as they say, your delay is not your denier. And today,
I'm not cutting you. That has been my theme throughout this month. Delayed but not denied. So that the whole month I've been dealing with that topic. I've been dealing with it in the nitty-gritty. Yeah.
It is incredible that I will use that. So thank you very much. The microphone is all yours. You've got thousands of people watching and listening. Please share your story with us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Costa. First of all, I also want to thank you once again for your advocacy. You know, I mean, sometimes people criticize Costa. You know, I don't agree with everything you say with all your rhetoric, but we must appreciate you, Costa, because you are a blessing to this nation. You are from one government, one regime after another regime. You have remained an advocate. And I think we may not agree with everything you say, some of your rhetoric, but the truth is that the government, even the government must appreciate that there is a watchdog. There's someone that watches. There's someone that criticizes. There's someone that says, hey, this is what, and you know, that puts you in check. And I think you may not agree with Costa, you may not love him, you may be, you know, but the fact, let us appreciate that we have people, we have men who will be brave, fearless, to speak the truth. We may not agree with everything you say, and I know you respect that. I don't agree with everything you say as an intellectual, but I appreciate you. Yeah. So thank you so much for what you do. And I just want to go into my story. Costa, I wish you would have, I think you listened to my testimony a little bit in the video that I sent. Yeah, I know we don't have the luxury of time for you to really share that story, that video. But I mean, you can hear it from the horse's mouth. This is live. This is live. And I'm a victim of the Civil War. At the age of 17, I went through a difficult period of my life. If you can see, maybe I will come through the camera a little bit. You saw the video and you saw the scars on my neck.
Yeah, the scars.
I mean, you saw the scars. So you can see the scars. Those are just the neck. But what is on the back is totally different. There was stabbing. I was stabbed so many times. At the age of 17, I survived a miracle. I survived miraculously. I survived miraculously. I'm going to share my story. But before I do that, quickly, I just want to say, justice is a necessity. People say, oh, we are Christians, we should just, let bygone be bygone and things like that. When you look at scriptural pattern, throughout the scripture, Costa, there are scriptures, there are supportive scriptures of justice. Justice is necessary. God is a God of justice. This thing, oh, let's leave it, let's forget about it, and things like that. Justice is necessary. First of all, to serve as a precedent. To serve as a precedent. Second of all, to serve as a deterrent. Third of all, to serve as a closure. To serve as a closure. There needs to be a closure in this country. There needs to be a closure. And that closure is not just about giving people, handing people millions. I hear people arguing, say, oh, the Sierra Leone crisis, they put the Sierra Leone court here and there, to what the people benefited. My friend, justice is more than millions. When people have closure, people are suffering. I'm a direct victim of the war. I nearly lost my life. At the age of 17, I ended up being destiny, the grace of God over my life. Everybody in the village was beheaded. All the men were I was the only survivor. And I fled to Guinea. I went into exile into Guinea. And even going into exile is just the grace of God. So there is a need for a closure. It's not about money. When people When the blood, I mean, because the Bible says in Proverbs 21:15, when justice is done, it is a joy to the righteous. Listen to this. When justice is done, it is a joy to the righteous, but it is a terror to the evildoer. Amen. It is a terror. When justice is done, the righteous, those who are victim, they rejoice. You don't have to give them million. Finally, they have a closure. But those who perpetrated those evils, you know, wicked people are afraid of justice. Let me be frank with you. They are terrorized. That's why when you talk about war crime code, wicked people are terrorized. And don't give up on your quest for justice. I may not be a campaigner or a championer. You know, I may not be championing this. Those of you that championing that today, my story, I hope my story will bring, you know, some of these people who went through did all these things in the war will have a reason to say it is time for us to repent and let people have justice. Let's go into my story. I know, Costa, you want to talk, but let me just go into the story.
No, I don't want to talk. I want to listen to you. I'm enjoying listening to you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Costa, so at the age of 7, I just wanted to do that intro. You know, so where we come from. Yeah. At the age of 17, you know, my story goes like that. At the age of 17, you know, after teenagers, when I walk in, I was a teenager and walking, he left my grandmother, started acting wayward and, you know, and things like that. But then God called me from the streets. God called me from the streets. And, you know, I was sick, seriously. And I met this old man, this prophet. I was taken to this prophet who prayed for me in Banga. He's the late Tamabonge. I mean, those of you that are hearing me from Banga and all areas, you relate that he used to be in Baula Quarter. So I went there, he prayed for me because I got well instantly. All right, I got well, and when I got well, and I decided, look, I can't go back in the streets. I can't be doing what I'm doing. I need to be I believe that God has called me. So I was serving with him in the prayers. I became a minister. At the age of 16, I was already a minister of the gospel. I am now for the 4 years and 45 years. At the age of 16, I started ministering at the age of 16. So he got transferred to Zozo. I followed him. That was when Ulimo and Charles Taylor, they had this MPFA and Ulimo thing going on. So on February 15, 1993, those of you that are from Zozo, there where I was assigned with my spiritual father. Those of you it was on Armed Forces Day, February 11, Armed Forces Day. It was a market day. It was a Monday in Zozo. For those of you that are following up from Zozo and Lofa, you will relate to this story. I remember I was watching my clothes. My spiritual father had gone to the Zozo Current Hospital to seek some medical attention and here to do some checkups. You know, and the war, Ulimo, that's when Ulimo started to overtake that Ulimo thing in 1993. Ulimo was overtaking places, territories from Charles Taylor, especially Lofa. So they came when Ulimo outran Taylor guys because they were outnumbered. I mean, just in the twinkling of an eye, Ulimo was already in the city. So my spiritual father was not there, being the assistant. All the folks in the church, I mean, guns were all over. People were firing and everywhere. We decided, okay, the best thing we can do is that let us go into the village. There's a village called Fazayizi. Right, it's a Zozo village. We decided to seek refuge in that village. So while we were in the village, I was leading because my spirit, you know, when war erupts, everybody scattered. You know, my spiritual father was at the hospital, so he went different way. Those that were at the church, we made a decision as a leader on the ground. I made a decision. The best thing we can do is to get up because I knew that there were going to be a reprisal. I knew there were going to be a counter attack. So to get not to be in the middle of that, we decided to go into the village, in a village of refuge. So while we were in the village, almost a month from February to March, then Taylor forces, the MPFF forces, decided to come and retake the city, and we became victim of those guys who were going to retake the city. And the latest story I heard from one of the surviving women, one of the women that survived, because women survived, all the men died. The older women died. They murdered them. They beat them. They beheaded them. Only one of the survived. And you know why the woman survived? The few women that survived, they used them as sex slaves. Now you know what I'm talking about. They use them as sex because they would cook their food and use them as sex slaves. I mean, this woman telling me her story. And she tells me that Later on, they realized that the reason why they attacked our village was that there was a couple that they met along the way, and they decided to kill the couple. The couple said, "Oh no, don't kill us. There was a group of rebels, Yilimo rebels in the village right ahead of you. So I see you go there. There's also rebels in the village." That's how we were victim, innocent people. Those guys came in the village, Costa. They went, they said, "Everybody come out. If you don't come out, we'll kill you." Come out, they surrounded the village. They didn't go into the house because they felt that enemies were in the houses. So they just were shouting, "Come out." And people were coming. As you come out, they will knock you, beat you, stab you, and behead. Finally, you'll be beheaded. Almost every male was beheaded. Every male. I shared a room with a friend, Elijah. Elijah and I were ministers in the church, ministers under the mentorship of our spiritual father, Tamabonga, the prophet. And he died that night. We shared a bed together. We slept on the same bed, in the same bed. And he came out. He hurriedly came out. You know, but I refused to come out. I said, "No, I will not be scared. I'm not a coward." And the Bible says, "I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help coming from the Lord." And as I pray, I lie down on the ground because these guys were calling, shouting, "Come out, you don't come, we'll kill you." And I pray and I pray. And I heard the voice. The voice said, "Son, no matter what happens tonight, you will come out alive." And one of my scriptures that I read was Psalm 23. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want him. He maketh me to lie down in green pasture, leadeth me beside the still water. He restoreth my soul. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me." Because that when I prayed, I just felt this relief. I just felt this voice that said, "Come out, son. No matter what happens tonight, you will come out alive." And I stepped open the door. When I came out, they said, "Oh, you know, those days I was black, you know, really. Now I've traveled around the world, you know, and you know, air conditioning. I'm little bit chocolate, but I was really black and very tiny, very small boy. And my name is Fatoma. You know, Fatoma is kind of Mandingo related. You know, when they got some Fatomas in Mandingo. So when the guys ask me, where you been? What your name?" I say Fatoma. I say, "Oh, but you the people who looking for your Mandingo Bob." Yeah, I'm a Bandi. I'm a Kisik Bandi. You know, I come from Foya. You know, I got that Kisik Bandi. You know. So the Bandis have Fatoma as well. So they say, "Oh, but then you are the one we're looking at." I mean, where have you? Those guys took off my shirt. I mean, one day we meet one you see what I'm talking about. Took off my shirt, tied me. I was really tabe. I mean, when they say dog fight tabe, those guys tied me, and my hands were all stretching behind my back, and they stabbed me in the back. But all this time, Costa, you know, near-death experience is something. My whole flesh, my whole spirit. I know you have heard some stories about people who came near-death experience. You are numb. You don't feel anything anymore. You're gone. I was totally gone. I mean, but my spirit was communicating to God. And I kept praying. The Lord is my shepherd. I kept praying and praying, communicating with God. Finally, they decided to finish me up like they did the other guys. Few guys took me to go and behead me. And as I was surrounded by these rebels. I was tied already. What can I do? At the age of 17, I'm surrounded by men who are twice my age. Some of them could even born me. I mean, stronger than me physically. But the Bible says, "He that is in you is greater than he that is in the world." That's it. Those guys started to cut off. They finally to finish me up. My would-be beheader was on my neck and cutting other guys holding my leg. I'm already tied. What can you do with someone who is tied? Someone who you are stronger than physically, and you are. I'm still surrounded. They help me, but in the middle of that, as the beheading was going on, as you see the scars on my neck, I need to come to the cameras a little bit. In the process of beheading me, Costa, there was an angelic intervention. God sent his angel. Like Daniel was saying, he said to the king, "My God has sent his angels and locked the lion's mouth." And locked the lion's mouth. Exactly what happened. I may not have seen the angels because I was not to myself, but I knew God sent him. There was a general on the ground. The guy, what made me to believe is that the guy who was killing me stopped. He dropped the machete. He dropped the machete. Then all of a sudden, I realized that he stood up. And what makes it even more unique and even more captivating is that if there was complete silence. You know how rebels are noisy. Rebels are completely, they will kill you, they'll be insulting you, they'll be singing and shouting. But there was a complete silence. You could drop a pin
on them and seal their lips.
You got it, Costa. You got it right there. Their lips were sealed, closed. Like Daniel said, my God has closed the lion's mouth. Their lips were sealed. And so, Costa, in that process, I woke up. Now, God said to me in my heart, deliverance has come. And I woke up. When I woke up, my would-be killers are staring at each other. I'm not hearing them saying, they're not catching me, they're not touching me. Then I knew that God had delivered me. Then I took few steps and decided to run. As I took few steps from their place, I knew the presence of God left them. I was carrying the presence of God anyways. So I was carrying. As I was running, they came, oh, he's running. They started to run after me. These guys, the whole group was running after me. And guess what? They opened fire. Because this is what happened. When God starts a thing, he finishes it. Amen. There was a massive wind. I've never seen such a wind before. And I consider that the east wind, you know, the Bible talks about the east wind is the deliverance wind. A massive wind from the back threw me on the ground. And as I fell on the ground, the guy came and said, yeah, right. All the bullets, every bullet that came was flying over. Not, I will tell you, we'll come to the end of the story. Not a single bullet touched me. Not a single bullet touched me. I mean, you are a testimony of God's protection. I heard your story before. Shut up. I mean, God delivers, God protects. People need to understand this. God protects. Look, I fell on the ground and they came to stool on me and they say he's dead. But at that moment, I played dead. I just played dead. I wasn't dead, but I played dead. They just kicked me. Oh, he dead, and they were gone. When they left, like in 20, 30 minutes, I woke up. At that juncture, I felt, oh, maybe this is in paradise. I mean, I have faith though, but I mean, he must have felt that, oh, maybe you're in paradise or you're in somewhere in heaven. Because I knew I'm going to heaven. I knew that if I died today, I'm going to heaven. I just started to feel, am I still on earth? My senses and all of that, and I began to feel everything. And so then I realized, son, you are still alive. But then when I put my hand on my neck, the big hole, bleeding from the back, from the neck, Costa, even the blood, even the blood that was coming from my body, that alone, you don't have blood when you losing blood, it kills you just like this. But I didn't die. The whole night I cried. There was no noise. There was nobody, no one in sight. Now the next you could hear the gun sound. There was that February 12th morning, you could hear the gun sound. There was a massive fighting in Zozo. I could hear was gun. And here I'm lingering in this wilderness, in this forest, not even having no one in sight to help me. Then in the morning when I prayed, God said to me, I'm taking you to Guinea. Costa, I had never been to Guinea. But this is what God did. The Lord held my hands. I don't know how it happened. With the bleeding alone. And the sun, you know how March is. March is very hot in Liberia. Hot. I mean, the sun with bleeding, you know, is so dangerous. So I was bleeding, but yet God held my hands. And I was just walking. He ordered my steps. And I met, in the evening hours, I met few guys on the Guinean, Guinean farmers. And when they saw me, because of the blood, they ran away. But after they realized I was alone, they came to my rescue. They took me and they carried me to the Guinean border. You know, and you know stories that in Guinea, during those days, the Guineans are no nonsense people. They are the French guys. I mean, they will kill you right at the border, especially when they know that you are a combatant, a rebel, and you are running away. They will finish you. Men were finished at the border. You know what I'm talking about. You were here during the war. They will kill you right at the border. Men were killed. And guess what? When I was interrogated, the guy who's supposed to call the guy Commando. Commando was the notorious guy at the border. The Lord released unusual favor, Costa. Instead of this guy killing me, you know what he did? This man ran into the village and mobilized men, young men, and they put me in a hammock. From one village to another village, that man did not rest. In fact, what he would do is he would run ahead. When the other guys are coming, he would run ahead of them like with speed and mobilize fresh strength, young men from the other village. And by the time we reach that,
to continue the journey, yeah.
Yes, it was God's mission, because you know when God is in something, oh man. You know, so I mean that guy did not rest until that night. And all that going on, my whole body is numb. I don't understand anything. I just see this guy. I just see this guy running. These guys are running with speed until in the night they reach me in the early morning hour. They reach me at the hospital. But it was still dark. So Soya Man is a Soya Man anyway. As soon as he reached me, he just dashed me in the hospital. Boom, he was gone. The man was finished with me. He was finished. So in the morning they put me. I slept on a rod on an iron. That's why I'm hoping to visit with the blessings of God over my life. I'm hoping to visit that hospital in clinic in Koyama, Guinea, to see I can donate some, as God blesses me, I'm, donate, maybe bring some international friends. We go there and give them some help and things like that, because they help save my life. It was an empty bed, Costa, no mattress. I slept on an iron bed. The next morning, the guys came, the hospital, the doctors, everybody came and said, who is this guy? And nobody can give an account. The man who brought the patient is not around. Then all of a sudden, I realized as people were coming and they were about to make a decision, in that case, what they would do, they either send you back in a refugee camp or not treat you, or you just be there and allowed to die. But there was a lady in our church in Zaza who crashed over, and her daughter gave birth that same night. That same night, her daughter gave birth. And she came and saw me. She was a friend. Of course, there were other tests. Other people came later on and saw that, oh, we know this guy, and things like other refugees, people who fled from the war. But she was the friend that spotted me and said, I know this guy. This guy was in our church. He's a minister of the gospel. And that's how they started to treat me with respect. They brought the mattress and they checked all over my body, because they didn't find one bullet. They put stitches over me and things like that. That is how I got saved. That is how I got saved. And in fact, one night, my souls were not cured. There was a guy that came to the hospital, just cut his ear. His ear was cut. That man died of tetanus. Right near me, he died of tetanus. But here I am with all these wounds and all these from the back to the neck and what have you. One night, the souls were not curing at the shoot. And so the nurse said to me, my man, we don't know what happened to your souls. So I prayed to God. I said, God, you who have started this thing will finish it. So one night as I lied and I prayed, in my dream, a pastor that I know, normally when you see pastors in your dream, men of God, they are angelic visitation. And this guy came in the room, Costa, and he woke me up in my dream, took out the bandage, wherever I had the plasters, the sores, he put a white powder. Everywhere the sore was, he poured it there. And that's how, it didn't take long, my souls were cured. So that's my story for you, Costa. But, we went through a whole lot. People died. People were killed. Innocent people. And, the blood, the Bible says in Genesis 4, God said to Cain, he said, the blood of your brother cries out to me. Blood is powerful. The blood of many Liberians is crying. And unless justice is done, unless a closure, people need to stop politicizing this thing and playing with people's lives. People need closure. And if you were to ask me about where I stand with justice, I know we talk about restorative and retributive. I think I go for retributive. Retributive. People must pay for their sins. No sin goes unpunished. People must answer. The obfuscation of the truth. The truth was obfuscated when TRC was. People lied of the truth. It was completely obfuscated. And that's the thing that hurt. People say, I didn't even care flat. People say, I gave money to provide aid for relief. Come on, you get rebel money for relief? I mean, to be honest with you, rebel can get relief? No. They'll buy arms and kill people. So Costa, I don't hope to be a champion of this thing here. I'm not a war crime advocate. I got too much things to do. My hands are full. I'm a pastor. I just agreed to come to your show. I decided to come to your show to share my story. I hope my story today, I don't wish to go any further to be a champion. Those of you who are champions of this thing, if my story will help you to go further with it, let it be. Those who perpetrated the war crime bear greater responsibility. Not people who hold AK-47, people who bear greater responsibilities. The masterminders, the engineer, and the orchestrators of the war crime, of wars, of crimes in Liberia, they should be held liable. Thank you, Costa.
Pastor David Fatoma, a man clearly endowed with a gift of eloquence, of passion, of tenacity, and preserved by God himself to be alive today, to be a messenger of his gospel, of his word. As I sat down, I watched attentively, listening, whilst I was touched by the sheer intervention of God, miraculous, nothing short of a miracle. How you, a 17-year-old boy, tied from behind, as they call it, Dofa Tabe.
Dofa Tabe, yeah.
No chance whatsoever at surviving such a horror. A moment of decapitation while your neck was literally being cut off. They used to use dull knives because they said they wanted it painful and slow.
Right.
That's what they used to use. I don't know whether that's the same kind of knife they use on you, the same kind of machete, but that's what they do. And you bearing those scars for the rest of your life, a vivid reminder of such horrendous experience. But for the mercy and intervention of God, as done in the case of Daniel placed in the lion's den, and the 3 Hebrew boys placed in the fiery furnace for refusing to go on their knees to worship the false god Baal. We thank God for your life, Pastor.
Amen.
I think that life is being well lived. A life preserved by God Himself is being well lived. His divine intervention, His divine calling for your life has been made manifest. We thank you for coming on. You have touched a lot of people. You have touched me. I'm inspired. I agree with you. Justice needs to be served. We need retributive justice.
That's right.
Justice
That's right.
to bring about deterrence.
Deterrence, right.
So that would-be masterminds of war would be discouraged, would be dissuaded, that their actions will not go unpunished. The human life, God made us in His own image.
That's right.
Take away the life of another human being made by God is one of the, if not the most abominable sins. One of the most abominable sins. To take another person's life. And to see these perpetrators demonstrating sheer lack of remorse while they're victims, especially the surviving victims.
Surviving victims, right.
Despair and agony and suffering and pain. It's unfair. And therefore, we call for the establishment of a war and economic crimes court. When I come to Liberia, God willing, in December of this year, we will call a nationwide protest for a singular purpose, not for any other reason. For this government to request, as was done by then President of Sierra Leone, Ahmed Tijen Kaba, Secretary General of the United Nations, for the establishment of a war and economic crimes court on Liberia. Pastor Fatoma, we thank you for coming. We're going to go so much and take some calls so that you can interact with the folks. I've been reading some comments here. There are lots of people. Several people have said they were there. They've heard of
the whole of the story, right? Yeah.
They've heard of. They have validated your story.
Right.
They have said that here. It's incredible. Right. We're going to go to the phone lines and we're going to take some calls there. God Himself spared your life and kept your life.
That's right.
Yet to be here today and to do what you're doing. Let's take some calls there, Bwaka.
All right, so the phone lines are open. Call and you'll be live on the show this morning. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 6241 71 0770 102 102 086 010383. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name, are you calling us from?
I'm calling.
Welcome.
Oh,
hello.
Yeah. Talking. Oh well, we have church around my family. I attended a church before.
You know him very well. He had church in Mambakle, right?
Yes, I've attended a church before. I even stayed for his church, but the welcome to my brother and him. I support of this welcome to the men are talking and knowing the mark that he was showing, addressing the mark changing. I support of this welcome to because those that people in this country they are enjoying, they are some zero
the land. And those people need to go to facing justice. And I support this country. If I have my own will, I have to protest every day at the start of meeting for this war country.
All right.
Thank you.
In December, we will protest, my friend.
Yeah.
When we come to Liberia, we will lead the protest for the War Crimes Code. We will do that. Let's take some more calls, Ebuaga. Let's take 4 more calls, and we'll come back to Pastor David Fatoma.
Yeah, so the phone lines are open. Still keep your calls coming in. Those in the diaspora can call on the WhatsApp number that's +231 888 624171. So those are the numbers that you can call this morning, and you'll be live on the Costa Show. Let's take this person. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Parker.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, is this the Costa Show?
The Costa Show. Welcome.
Yeah, just calling in regards to the pastor that I was just explaining here, Odile. I'm calling from Australia, and I know him very well. I was in Zozo when Unimo entered on that Thursday, and I know I got more details, and we suffered from that incident. And there was a quarter in Zozo. All the boys, I know they got killed on that particular day when they entered. And this pastor, I know him very well. We all live in Guinea together. I know him from, so he showed him back on his neck. I knew him straight away. I know him very well from Zozo. And I lived in Zozo during that time. And it's so good that he came on the show to talk about it.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, the phone lines are open. Stay keep your calls coming in this morning, and you will be live. We take like 3 more calls. So just keep your calls coming in, and we will take you through as it is coming in. There is none yet. So the phone lines are open. The WhatsApp number is okay. Let's take somebody from the WhatsApp line. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you are live. Welcome.
Thank you very much. This is King Kamar calling out of the country.
Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, I would like to address a couple of issues. Thank you. Thank you, Bwaka, and thank you, Costa. Thank you for your achievements so far, Costa, and I really, really admire you. Others distractors have been saying all kinds of activity, but that shouldn't deter you. Now, the thing here is, the adults, whoever they're talking about, can show you one picture as to whether he was really into school. That's one. Secondly, Vendela Patrick, without no disrespect, his Montgomery were in Cotton together. Even Noah Gibson is another comrade of mine from the same Cotton. Without disrespect to them, they are all good guys. But not everybody like publicity. I'll be honest, the country since 2019. Many of my comrades don't even know where I am, except few that I was able to call to say I'm XYZ place. Not everybody loves publicity. So if you are not the kind of person who like to go take picture with friends and here and there to post, that's nothing. So if people come on and say, oh, because you didn't take picture and you must show picture, that's childishness. But here's to the point. I just want to thank the old man, or the pastor for coming out to give his story. It was so heart touching, and I pray, just like he said, we should have retributive or closure in this TRC thing, and we really all need to put together. Let us make it real.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now we'll take another person on the scene line. Good morning. Welcome.
David Akwezona calling from Oslo in Norway.
Norway. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, I am calling, and I just want to appreciate Costa and the entire members of the show. I just want to say, people who are complaining and went against this thing, I don't know why the innocent, if they are so innocent, why are they so much afraid of a war crime court and and these things? So people who say they are innocent, why are they so afraid? So for me, I think I'm 100% is of this, because people should gain account of what they have done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take our last caller, then we go home. Okay, we met Jeff mess up on the call. But we can take like 1 more call on the line this morning. Then we go on to this edition of the Costa Show. So keep your calls coming in. You could be that last
We have a surviving victim of the war with a story that touches people, that inspires as well, that bears testament to God's existence. The story is nothing short of a miracle. You know, I mean, why else would those guys have stopped? You know, when they were trying to behead him, why else would they have stopped had it not been for intervention? That is the only logical conclusion. Let's take the call and come back to Pastor David Fatoma.
Yeah, so there's none yet. Okay, we'll get one here. Let's take this person. Good morning. Where are you calling us from?
From Asia. Good morning, Baka.
Your name?
I'm Samuel calling from Asia.
Okay, welcome, Samuel.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to you, Baka, and I want to say also thanks to Costa, and congratulations to you, Costa, for the hard work. Keep it going. I want to say glory be to God for the pastor. Come when the halasu.
I know I can get my whatever it is. Yeah, I don't speak the Bani. I'm more kissy than Bani. You know, even though my father is from Bola, but I'm more kissy than Bani. All right.
This is a live testimony. This is a live testimony, and I think the Liberian people, we need to stand up. There must be an end to impunity in this country, Liberia. Even the president who said that he's gonna stand up for war and economic crime code, today he's not saying anything. He's a football legend, and he says he's a pastor. He should go directly to what the Bible says, because everything that is in the Bible talks about justice. God talks about justice. I think it is time for the president to step to go along with the Liberian people, and those are in the Senate. This is the time they need to sign that documents. We need justice. We need justice in Liberia. I just want to bless God for you, Pastor. Keep up the work. And let this be a testimony to everyone. There are other people. There are others don't want to share it. But this is the time for them to come out to share it. So I just want to say thank you to Costa. Thank you to Bokai, and also thank you to you, Pastor.
Thank you. Let's take our last call. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Yeah. Your name, where you calling us from? You're our last caller.
Yeah, this is Jakanoa calling from Europe. How are you?
Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, thank you. You know, we have to, I don't know, the pastor can remember specific who went to Zozo at that time, because we have to know the people that will be taking responsibility of their action. There are a lot of people that went to my village in Foya district, but the people cannot remember the specific person that headed the group. They just a group of rebels, you know, and like that it will be difficult for us to hold people account for what they did, you know. So if we know the group or the head of the group that went into Zozo at that time, it will be very, very good, you know. Then we'll know who to hold the account for what they did in that place. Thank you very much for your story.
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
Cross over to you.
Yes, thank you, Pastor Fatoma. I just got some very disturbing information there, but I will share it after you leave. Folks, just stay tuned. I have some information about some members of the Liberian delegation. I will give you that information right now. When Pastor Fatoma, we want to thank you. Your story touches me. It does, really profoundly. And I'm a deeply spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe, my story is nothing compared to your story. You've had a near-death experience. I haven't. But in my own way, I have experienced not once, not twice, the mercy of God. The fact that I was driving in that November evening or November night in 2017 when my vehicle was shot at.
Right, I heard that story.
Bullet did not penetrate the windshield, and it's not a bulletproof car. And I was in a driver's seat, and that's God.
I don't doubt it, Costa. I believe it. People would doubt it. I don't doubt it. I know. I'm a first-hand experience.
You know, God,
Mhm.
God has done wonderful things in my life, and to hear what He's done in your life, He kept you for this purpose, for such a time as this.
Mhm.
His word to win souls for Him, to bear testament to the goodness of God, to the existence of God, and we will fight together. You know, all they say we work together separately as the fingers, but jointly as the hand. We will fight together to ensure that justice
Right.
is served.
Justice is served.
Thank you
Right.
so much. We want to give you a minute to close up, and of course, whenever we need you again, when the time comes, we need to elevate this action, this debate for war crimes code, for social, for justice, for closure, for to serve as a deterrence. We will be reaching out to you again. But thank you for honoring our invitation, for coming on this morning, for sharing your story with us in such an inspiring way, moving and inspiring way. Thank you so much. Let's give you a minute to close up. Pastor Fatoma, are you there? Pastor Fatoma's connection is freezing. Waka, you're gonna hold on. We'll see what we're getting back. I just got some information about the Liberian delegation or some members of the delegation. I will provide that information for you. Wow. Ayaka. Wow. It looks like we lost Pastor Fatoma. Boagai?
Yeah.
Pastor Fatoma is freezing. But let me provide you the information. Let me provide you the information, folks. I know you want to hear it. I have the information here. Nantana McGill, Samuel Twe, along with his special aide, special assistant, a guy called Abdul Koroma.
Yeah.
They are in they are in Ghana right now. Wait, hold on. We're gonna go. Let me add Pastor Fatoma, but let him give a closing before we leave. Pastor Fatoma, your connection was freezing there.
Yeah, sorry, it was a free, I think, internet or something. Yeah, Costa. Once again, I thank you for the platform, for the opportunity. I once again, like I said, keep on doing what you are doing. Not many people do what you do. I don't agree with everything you do or say, but the fact on the overall, from the generality of things, you are doing a good job. And I want to encourage you. We are emboldened by what you are doing. That cost us to come here. You create a platform for us to share our story and encourage people and what have you. So once again, congratulations. And I look forward to anytime you want me. I also, besides being a preacher, I talk politics. I mean, we can't shy away from politics. We should speak to national issues. Whenever you need me to talk on national issues, hey, let's connect, let's talk. And we can do other things. I want to congratulate you once again. And I also want to wish, before I leave, my twin daughters just graduated from high school in the US, Agnes and Christine. And I want to send a shout out to you. And thanks for giving us, they got a scholarship. I mean, we're high school, a very big high school, a private high school. And they just completed their course and they'll be coming back to the country. So I'm really excited. Congratulations. I'm using the Costa Show to say congratulations. Once again, Costa, don't matter, man. I just graduated with a master's degree last year, May. Because of the COVID restrictions, we didn't do in-person graduation. They sent my diplomat, they sent everything, and they show a time for graduation. That's just simple. I got a master's degree from Louisiana Baptist University. The same thing. People going here and there. Don't matter. Congratulations, bro. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. And your wife is on here, Mrs. Veronica Fatoma.
That's my wife, yeah. Yeah, that's my wife.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna get in touch with you. I have your number. We gotta stay in. You really inspire me this morning.
Okay, Costa, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pastor Fatoma. Wow. He's a fascinating man. Fascinating man, have got brilliant, well-spoken, passionate, full of life. Oh, full of life. Now, folks, listen. As I said to you, Before I go to the information I've got on the delegation, I just want to say something here. Yes, Brother Sewala Kennedy, yes, you may call in, but before you do, let me do something here. Brother Sewala Kennedy, before you do call in, I'm going to do this for Mr. Samuel Somerville. You celebrate your 50th birthday. It's from your darling wife, Martha Somerville, and the kids. Mr. Samuel Somerville, happy 50th birthday to you. Now, brother Sewala, let me drop this one before you call. The Liberian delegation, listen to this. Samuel Twe, Nantane McGill, and other officials, they are currently at the Movenpick Hotel. It's a very expensive hotel in Ghana. I believe the Movenpick is a 5-star hotel, or either it's a 5-star or a 4-star. They brought in girls from Liberia. Some of the girls I know personally, and I've got pictures. The guys came from America. They stopped in Ghana. They are at the Movenpick Hotel. The Movenpick Hotel right now in Ghana. They are having a fun time. Then they imported girls from Liberia. Some of the girls I know, I've got pictures. It's a very expensive hotel in Ghana, the Movenpick Hotel. McGill, Twe, and other officials of government, they are in Accra right now. They've been there for days at the Movenpick Hotel. They imported girls from Liberia. I have pictures. And they're having sex. And they're enjoying themselves in Ghana. Today, at 12 noon, they will arrive in Liberia at 12 noon on a charter flight. A private jet. A private jet is bringing them back to Liberia today. I have photos.
Wow.
I have pictures. They are in Accra at the Movenpick Hotel, enjoying themselves. They stopped in Ghana. Then they imported girls from Ghana, and they're having sex.
Unlimited sex.
Unlimited sex is what they're having. And the thing is, some of the very girls that they brought from Liberia, we know them. Hello? We know some of the very girls that they brought from they imported the girls. They stopped in Ghana. Then they brought the girls, small girls. Small girls. Small girls in the early 20s. Small girls. I said, we got pictures, man. We got pictures. They're in Ghana. Miguel, Twe. Then when they finish enjoying, and the girls are saying the guys have bags of cash. Bags of cash they have with them. And then after they do all of that, they arrive in a private jet. Look at the girls they have there. Jesus Christ. I'm getting the pictures. I say, look at the girls. They have them in Ghana, enjoying themselves in Ghana. I have the pictures of the girls. The girls that they have with them in Ghana. These are the girls. Look here. These are the girls they have in Ghana, enjoying themselves. They imported them from Liberia. And we know some of these girls, personally know some of these girls. With our money. One of the girls took the picture at the swimming pool and posted it on her page. That's the Movenpick. See the lady. She in her early 20s. This is a Movenpick hotel. posted a picture at the swimming pool having sex with little girls with our government money. Today, they're all getting on a private jet. If you work at the airport, they will arrive at the airport at 12 noon today in a private jet with these young girls. With these young girls having sex with our money while people are suffering. They are in Ghana at the Movenpick Hotel. Can you imagine that, folks? Can you imagine that? This other lady taking picture, posting it. Posting a picture at the Movenpick Hotel. Fellow Liberians, what did we do to deserve this? What did we do to deserve this? And the little girls, their mouth can run. What guy?
Mm-hmm.
They're small girl then. You carry them to Ghana, you spoiling them. What you think they will do? They're calling their friend then.
Yeah.
They're taking picture all to the hotel.
Sending it.
Sending the picture to their friend and to impress them. Can you imagine? While people suffering in Liberia, look how they get. Small leg. Small leg. Look at the other one. Importing women from Liberia to go Ghana to have sex at our expense. Today they arrive on a private jet. Now they get into us. They're trying to post the picture all on Snapchat. While people are suffering in the country. You go to America on a useless delegation, on a useless trip, you come back. You stop in Ghana, you import girls to the hotel to have sex at our expense. Then today you take a private jet. At 10 a.m., they are supposed to get on a private jet. At 12 noon, they are supposed to arrive in Liberia. With these little girls, they will probably literally get them behind in Ghana because now we're not exposing. This is just sad and unfortunate. Fellow Liberians, pray for our country. Pray for our country. I will not post the get them picture. I will not do that. I know some of these little girls. I will not post their pictures. They are small girls. They are being taken advantage of. I will not post their pictures. I will not post their pictures. These little girls, they posted them themselves, but I will not repost them because when I post them, thousands will see. I will not do that because they're half naked in the swimming pool and all that kind of thing. I will not post those pictures. But for these guys to use our country's money to sexually exploit these little girls, it's just unfortunate. It is sickening. And it's unfortunate. I will not post them. I will not post the pictures. It is so sad. So sad. You stop in Ghana, you can't read Liberia. Oh my God. My people, I see you. You have a good day. Bye-bye.